All right, Kenny. Now, have you seen this video yet? You seen some of it, you were saying?
Yeah, I've seen the whole Biden was on Amy during the Trump debate, and I saw the little rant he went on about illegal migrants trying to protect them
Oh
and
my gosh. All
lambast
right, all
everybody
right.
who's
We
trying to
gotta we
criticize
gotta
them.
play this. We gotta play this part because this is something it's tearing up the internet right now. I want everyone to see it because there's so much here we have to unpack. Guys, let's play that clip of Hunter Biden right now.
Am I going to be like all these Democrats say, you have to talk about and realize that people are really upset about illegal immigration. How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes? Who do you think does your garden? Who do you think is here by the sheer just grit and will that they figured out a way to get here because they thought that they could give themselves and their family a better chance. And he's somehow convinced all of us that these people are criminals?
I mean, what an absolute crash out. Now, first of all, it's pretty simple. It's like, guys, it's not complicated. They just hate white people. I mean, he says, "Oh, white men commit crimes 145 times more likely to than immigrants." Just not true. Just so not true. There's no evidence of that whatsoever. And you want to talk violent crime? No, absolutely not. This guy, I don't know, Kenny. Do you think he's? Because to me, it looks like he's doing two things. Number one, he's running. He's running for some kind of office. And by the way, God bless him. I hope he runs in 2028. But also, it looks to me like he's kind of crashing out because he's going through withdrawal. Like he's not getting access to the good stuff anymore. First of all, remember he lost all that coke in the White House to begin with. Never got that back. I don't know. Maybe they cut him off.
Yeah, that's kind of what it seems like. I mean, I don't know whether to call this a crash out or a crack out. I mean, that's the kind of the vibe that
Oh
he's giving
no.
off. Is he's losing his mind. He's ranting about white people. He's going on this the big tirade saying "f you, f this, f that," and saying if we're against for mass deporting illegal migrants, we're not going to get food on the table. I remember when Sharon Osbourne went on the View and was trying to justify why mass deportation shouldn't happen, and she's like, "Who's going to clean your toilet, Donald Trump?" Like this is exactly not only what the elitist class of the United States feel like. Like, how is this a compliment to anybody who's actually advocating for migrants to stay? They're doing these low down jobs and that billionaires can hire them as their maids. That's what Hunter Biden's probably mad about. He's probably mad that his maid's getting deported or something. And that's the kind of the elitist mindset that a lot of these liberal Democrats are using. They're not worried about these criminals being deported and less rapes and less murders happening because these criminals are being deported to their country. They're more worried about the little slave labor and hard work labor and labor that they're doing at their mansions that they're going to lose out on when these people are deported because they're not supposed to be in the United States illegally in the first place. So I think he's just crashing out over not having his drugs, not having his maids, not having the people who he is having indentured servitude and trying to employ them for. And he's just mad about it. He's probably trying to clean himself up for political office, but it's just really sad. This is the mindset of liberal elitist Democrats.
Yeah, and there's another scene. I've gone through a bunch of this. There's another part of it where he talks about like I was totally qualified for Burisma, totally qualified of encyclopedic knowledge of the region. Really encyclopedic knowledge. That's why they hired you. No, bro, they hired you because they didn't want to get on the sanction list after Biden and your dad and Victoria Nuland overthrew the government of Ukraine in 2014. That's why they hired you. It was a cash out. Nobody, but I mean, this is classic addict talk right now. By the way, if you know anyone who's been involved with drugs or addiction, this is exactly how they talk. I'm the greatest, everyone's against me, totally paranoid. But I want to, this is just the paranoia speak, but I really want to talk about too this he's telling you the attitude of the ruling class, right? To your point about the indentured servants, that who's gonna mow our lawns, who's gonna raise our kids, who's gonna are you gonna go and spend some time with little Navy? Are you gonna go spend time with her? Oh no, you're not. No, you're not at all. Hunter Biden, who has she, by the way, has she met her grandfather yet? Has she had the opportunity to meet her grandfather? Probably not. Has he even acknowledged? I mean, what's he doing? He's not in office. Why not invite her up to Rehoboth, or when you go up to Martha's Vineyard or one of these things? No, they won't. But not only is it's obviously again just about the cheap labor for the 1%, but they're so anti-white because when they're anti-white, right? Remember, they think that as 1%ers that they are part of like, and when I say 1%, I mean the ruling elite. When the ruling elite think that they're the 1%. They're beyond race. Remember, they're the new people, the progressives. They're so progressive. They're beyond race. They're beyond structure. They're beyond any of these things. When they're talking about whites, well, Kenny, I'm just going to say it. They're talking about working class, particularly people in Appalachia, particularly people in Middle America, the rubes, the losers, the people who they just completely look down upon. That's exactly who he's talking about. How do you feel about that, Kenny Cody? How does that make you feel?
I'm disappointed but not surprised. I mean, this is the exact same party that Mitt Romney told back in 2012. Joe Biden went and told that Mitt Romney's going to put people back in chains. He's talking about the Appalachians. He's talking about these low class middle white people. This is exactly who they've lost, and they're mad about it. They're mad that the Republican Party and MAGA have found a way to get through to the same people that they hate. They always stood on the back, since FDR, Woodrow Wilson, and others have stood on the back of Appalachia, have stood on the back of the middle working class, and they are mad. Hunter Biden and his family are mad that they no longer have that basis in the same way they did for other minority classes and other poverty rate classes. The middle-aged white America, middle class, are attempting to go over to the Republican Party now because people like J.D. Vance and the populist nationalist movement within the GOP are finally listening, getting through to these Americans who have felt disenfranchised for so long by people like Hunter Biden and his crime family that have been lost, their backs have been stepped on. We have been used as a class to vote for Democrats, vote for unions, vote for state politicians who want to just live off the welfare state, want America to live off the welfare state and be dependent on the government. This is who they have lost in the last about 5 decades or so. And now really in the last 15 years, now have a party to identify with a GOP that uses MAGA as a base. And they know that the MAGA is the future of the middle class. They know MAGA is the future working class party, and they can't stand that. And now they're going to use whatever mantras they have to use in order to disenfranchise the same people that used to vote for them en masse in the Democratic Party. And that's what Hunter Biden's mad about. He is mad at a class of people, whether that is immigrants, whether that is illegal immigrants that he's losing to indentured servitude by getting deported, whether it's the same working class that elected his father back in the 70s that the Democratic Party has now lost. He is furious, and this is the embodiment of the Democratic establishment and the elitist establishment of the Democratic leftist movement. They are losing out on the same people that elected them decades ago, and they have no idea what to do about it.
No, they don't. And he's saying that, the quiet part out loud. He's absolutely saying the quiet part out loud. I kind of love this, though. I love the crash out.